And staying in Washington, Attorney General Pam Bondi faced one of her most contentious appearances before Congress to date. The Senate Judiciary Committee grilled Bondi for hours on Tuesday over the Justice Department's enforcement tactics, the indictment of former FBI Director James Comey, and the handling of files linked to Jeffrey Epstein. The hearing came at a turbulent time for the department, as the Attorney General repeatedly clashed with Democratic senators who accused her of politicizing the nation's top law enforcement agency, serving Donald Trump's agenda rather than that of the nation's.
I took office with two main goals: to end the weaponization of justice and return the department to its core mission of fighting violent crime. As to ending the weaponization of justice, we learned that former FBI secretly investigated you and your colleagues. Why? They wanted to take President Trump off the playing field.
When Illinois Senator Dick Durbin pressed her on the deployment of federal officers in Chicago, Bondi shot back saying, quote, "I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump," end quote.
Chairman, as you shut down the government, you voted to shut down the government, and you're sitting here, our law enforcement officers aren't being paid. They're out there working to protect you. I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump. And currently, the National Guard are on the way to Chicago. If you're not going to protect your citizens, President Trump will.
And at another point during the shout fest, Bondi was asked about her refusal to release further files from sex trafficking investigations. She went on to accuse Democrats of accepting campaign donations from those with ties to Epstein.
Let me ask you something else. There's been public reporting that Jeffrey Epstein showed people photos of President Trump with half-naked young women. Do you know if the FBI found those photographs in their search of Jeffrey Epstein's safe or premises or otherwise?
You know, Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump left and right, when you're the one who was taking money from one of Epstein's closest confidants.
The exchange has also turned increasingly personal when Vermont Senator Peter Welch challenged Bondi's refusal to answer questions about a bribery probe involving President Trump's border chief. Bondi snapped back at the senator, saying, "Don't call me a liar." Throughout the hearing, Bondi declined to address what conversations she may have had with the president about the Comey indictment. And the former FBI director, who's been a longtime critic of President Trump, was charged last week with making false statements and obstructing Congress. He's appearing in federal court today, and the AG defended her department's actions, citing what she described as tremendous progress in tackling violent crime, seizing illegal firearms, and disrupting drug operations. But Democrats accused her of purging senior career officials, scaling back anti-corruption efforts, and turning the Justice Department into a department of revenge and corruption.
We will work to earn that back every single day. We are returning to our core mission of fighting real crime. While there is more work to do, I believe in 8 short months, we have made tremendous progress towards those ends.
Now, outside the committee room, controversy continued to grow. Nearly 300 former Justice Department employees released a letter on the eve of the hearing accusing Bondi of undermining the department's independence and eroding public trust. However, hours later, President Trump added a fresh fuel to the fire. In a Truth Social post, he called for a federal investigation into the sitting Democratic senators who'd clashed with Bondi during the hearing. The move immediately drew condemnation from Democrats, who said it underscored their warnings of political retribution driving the department's agenda. And with Comey's court appearance coming up and new calls for investigations and emerging directly from the White House, Washington is bracing for another explosive showdown, one that could further reshape the already fraught relationship between America's justice system and its politics.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all 3 just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.